Welcome back to the Morning Blend. School's out, summer's here, or almost here for most kids. That means no homework and more free time. Or is it more screen time? A lot of parents worry their kids will be spending too much time on their tech devices. So how do you get them to power down at least some of the time? Our next guest has some guidelines for parents and ways to encourage healthy limits.
Liz Repking is the founder of Cyber Safety Consulting. Her goal is to give students, parents, and teachers tools to keep kids safe online. I would say, yeah, they need it because summer's out, and like you were saying, they lose that structure of the day, and they might turn all their time to their devices, their iPhones, their iPads, and computers, and we don't want that.
No.
That's not healthy.
Yeah, you know, it's funny. Summer is such an exciting time. Sometimes I think I see my own kids count down more to summer than Christmas or birthdays. But everybody needs that recharge time. So we all, parents too, and we let down. But after a week, all of a sudden screen time goes up with the lack of structure. And I think it's a great time to start off by resetting the rules, resetting the boundaries, like start summer off the right way and have a discussion. And then parents have to really stick to those boundaries so that the summer doesn't go the whole time with us saying, put your device down. Get off a Fortnite, because that's not really a positive conversation for anybody.
No, and it can maybe be a point of contention.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah, and it's that nagging is where I think kids just kind of tune you out. So I like the idea of setting healthy guidelines and having a conversation about it. And I think it goes for us too as parents, how we're role modeling the use that we have with our own devices. Let's talk a little bit about doing a few easy things. You said sort of setting some parameters and talking about healthy tech in your home. For me, a lot of times I feel like I realize it too late, and it's like going back and sort of hitting the reset button. So I like the idea of being sort of proactive.
Yep, set it up right away. And then after you set those limits, find some ways for your kids to use technology and their devices constructively. When you think about how they use it, it can be very passive, like they're scrolling through Instagram, or they're watching Netflix videos, or they're on YouTube, and that's a passive use of technology. And that's the part we want to make sure we are limiting. But there's also great constructive, positive ways that you can actually combine technology in some of their school skills that you don't want them to lose over the summer. So one suggestion I have is find a way for them to combine technology and their interests. My daughter, a few years ago, we said at the beginning of the summer, you're going to journal every day. And she looked at me and she said, no, I'm not. It's summer.
Exactly.
And that didn't go well. But then we came up with the idea of she loves to bake. So we had her create a blog about baking. So she'd bake something and then she'd write about it. So she was writing. She was doing something she was interested in, and she was learning how to use technology in constructive ways. She ended up building a website and having followers and all that kind of stuff.
That's a good skill.
That's
Building a website.
I think that's really cool. And I like that you focused on what she's interested in rather than kind of saying, hey, I think you should get into this.
Right.
So, yeah.
So you also said do some tech time together, you know, with your child. What does that mean?
So there's a couple different ways you can do it. Again, you want to do it in ways that are appealing to the kids, not what's appealing to us. So I have two really good suggestions. One is to find movies that address topics that kids deal with as far as technology, digital drama, social media, gaming, and watch a movie together. And hopefully generate a constructive conversation around the issues that you're seeing. It's so much easier for kids to talk about somebody else's problems than their own. So by using a book or a movie, it gives them a safe place to explore these issues and then ask us questions about how do I do this? What should I do? Without feeling like they're threatened or going to lose technology or they're selling out their friends or something that's going on online.
Are there other ways that we can be involved with our kids and use technology at the same time?
Sure, you can find, research something. You're going to go on a vacation, sit down at the computer together and research the vacation. Pick an app that you both want to learn. Or pick an app that you don't understand and have your child teach it to you.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Or let your kids help you set up Wi-Fi or Bluetooth in your car.
There's a problem on the computer.
You know, seriously, because I don't know how to work that stuff, and they pick it up in a snap.
They do.
So they can really be helpful if you let them try.
And overall, you say track the screen time. It's important.
Yeah, I think so. With the ISO 12 release, there's functionality on all the Apple devices called screen time. It's under the general settings, and it tells you how much time you're on that device. So when I'm in schools for like a week, I'll ask the kids, to track their time using the device over the week. The first couple days they come in just amazed at how much time they spend online. So what we're really trying to do is build awareness for them, and then by the end of the week they're reducing their time. And I ask them questions like, what did you do with that extra hour? I went to the park, I played a board game with my brother, I read a book, I talked to my parents.
Right.
So when they had that awareness and they made an effort to reduce the time, they found things that they enjoyed doing that were outside of technology. And you can do that as a family, which is scary to think that we would have to look at our phones as adults and how much time we're spending on it. But it's fun to do it together and say, what can we do in that extra hour together?
And then talk about setting limits. So if the screen time seems excessive to you, then set limits. Like could we get that down a little bit?
Sure. Set goals, and then they respond to it because it's measurable. It's not just us saying get off your phone. It's like, okay, you're at 3 hours a day. Let's see if we can get it down to 2.
Yep, I like that. People can go to our website, themorningblend.com, to rewatch this segment and to find out more about Liz and the consulting business that she has, where you learn a whole lot more. And you speak to groups all over the country, too.
Speak to a lot of schools, a lot of corporations, to both parents and to students on these issues.
I love it. Great to see you, as always.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.